very good morning from Santander, Spain. Today is Monday the 4th of December and I'm meant to be going home today. Don't believe me? Here are my flights. But I'm not going to take those flights, no. Instead I've come to the bus station and we're going to jump on a coach that will take us about 5.5 hours right into the heart of Spain. But why am I doing this? Well, come with me and find out. The bus station here in Santander is a beautiful old building and it's deceptively large. I've come down a couple of levels and this is where the buses leave from. Sorry, there's not many here at the moment. But we've still got a wee bit of time, so let's go and get some breakfast. We're a wee bit early for the shops. Everything is still cerrado, but there's plenty of places to eat. Buenas. Un café con leche y un bocadillo de jamón. Gracias. It's funny, I'm travelling with Alsa today and I had it in my mind that this journey maybe took about 2.5 hours, and then I was like, oh, okay, it's a long one, so yeah, I'm glad I'm getting something to eat and a wee coffee before I go. Well, the sun is slowly coming up as I wait for my bus, but what a Scottish morning we've got. It's dark, it's grey, there's a bit of drizzle, a bit of wind, but what a beautiful station, eh? Let's go catch our bus to Salamanca. Buenos días. ¿Para Salamanca?
Sí.
Gracias.
La mochila abajo.
Ah, tengo 2 asientos.
¿Tienes 2 asientos?
Sí, sí.
No, 1.
No, he pagado por 2. Mira. Right, we're on. With Alsa you can do that thing where you buy the seat next to you as well, and I've done that, but there was a wee bit of confusion getting on the bus because I don't think he believed me, but yeah, showed him my ticket and all is good.
Sol cambia el tiempo en el reloj. Hoy mis deudas reciben perdón. Pago por el show. Me siento feliz porque si no soy yo, pues quién. Todos caen a mi lado. El freno lo arranqué. Me siento feliz porque yo no dudo mi power. Te burlaste de mí, se hace a cabo. Trata de festejar, celebramos el bienestar. Tantas estrellas brillan, quiero un carro que corra más. Nada me rompe, no, no, nada me rompe. Trata de festejar, celebramos el bienestar. Tantas estrellas brillan y Marte me espera mientras rodea. Nada me rompe, no, no, nada me rompe. Tantas estrellas brillan, quiero un carro que corra más.
We are off the coach, but this is not our destination Salamanca, no, this is Valladolid. We've just stopped for a half-hour break and it's a good opportunity to go and grab something to eat or use the toilet but we had to get off the coach and leave our stuff on board. So I need to remember which one is mine, or that could be a problem. It is very, very cold here, and imagine it'll be the same in Salamanca. I just wish I'd brought my jacket off the coach. The journey's been okay so far. It's comfy enough and not too much further to go. The only thing I would say is it's a bit hot on board. But it's funny because all the Spanish people are putting on their jackets, even their scarves and their hats because they're freezing, and there's me sitting too hot. But aye, I'm looking forward to getting to Salamanca.
Me pierdo en la ciudad, ha llegado mi tiempo ya. Voy a vivir porque si yo no soy yo, pues quién. Todos caen a mi lado, los frenos los arranqué. Me siento feliz porque vivo mi vida centrado. Te burlaste de mí, se hace a cabo. Trata de festejar, celebramos el bienestar. Tantas estrellas brillan, quiero un carro que corra más. Nada me rompe, no, no, nada me rompe. Trata de festejar, celebramos el bienestar. Tantas estrellas brillan y Marte me espera mientras rodea. Nada me rompe, no, no, nada me rompe.
Welcome to Salamanca. This feels weird. So why have I come all the way to Salamanca, and why do I feel a bit weird about being here? Well, about 20 years ago, I lived here. I was here for about a year and a half. I was doing a language course at the university. I had an apartment, so this really felt like home. So yeah, it does feel more than a little bit strange to be back, but I can't wait to get out and explore, see how the place has changed, see what I feel about the place, but more importantly, to show you around, because this is one of the most beautiful cities anywhere in Spain. The first thing I'm going to do is quickly get checked into my apartment and then try and be out in the streets again for around about sunset, because the golden hour here with this colour of buildings, it's just spectacular. It doesn't always work, but we'll give it a try. And here we are, right in the heart of town at Plaza Mayor. It's beautiful, isn't it? And would you believe I'm actually staying on the plaza, so we should have a view of it as well. And it looks like they're putting some Christmas decorations up at the moment. I wonder if that's going to be happening while I'm here. It would be nice to see it all lit up, wouldn't it? But either way, it's absolutely gorgeous. Is this 19? I think we're here. What we're looking for, 22. I've got no idea where I am. I'm looking for apartment number 2. Is this it here? No, I've come back outside again because the girl who's handing over the apartment, she's not here yet, so I thought it best that I come back down the stairs. And I wouldn't exactly call it a bad place to hang about. I'm sure you know what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my apartment. I am so excited. Okay, so it's a wee bit compact and bijou, isn't it? But I knew that already from the reviews, of course. And anyway, it's bigger than a ferry cabin, but wait till you see this. Oh. Oh, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I cannot believe I got this for 75 quid a night. I don't think it's available very often, so I was super lucky. But look at this. Hey, you've got to see this, it's hilarious. I mean, I knew about it from the reviews, but when you see it in real life, it's just so funny. That is the smallest shower I have ever seen. But can I get inside? Here goes. Oh. Oh, ow! Oh no, I switched on the shower by mistake, my trousers. Oh, and I just looked up and noticed the ceiling. That's a proper historic building, isn't it? Well, of course it is. And see those walls? That's not wallpaper, folks. Nope, that's Salamanca stone. Oof, almost broke my knuckles. It's funny, while I sit here relaxing on my balcony, I'm getting messages from Ryanair telling me that the flight that I should be on is delayed. I think I made the right choice, eh? I could stand here all day. People watching, especially in Spain and in a Plaza Mayor, is one of the best things you can do. There's so much going on. But for now I've got to resist the temptation, close these balcony doors and get out on the streets. I mean, it's unusual for me to have a balcony at all. Never mind one with a view like that. And trust me, it'll be even nicer when the lights come on at night. I'm not actually going to do that much this evening. I'm just going to reacquaint myself with the streets of Salamanca. And I tell you what, it's a lot more than just the Plaza Mayor. I know I've got an amazing view, but I really need to get out tomorrow and explore properly and look at some of the things that I used to do as well. Oh, the very first time I came here, I stayed in that little hostel up there. Ah, memories. From where I stand at the moment, there are beautiful views in every single direction. However tempting it is to go and run round and show you all this evening, I'm going to resist that temptation and do that tomorrow. If there's anything more from me today, it's likely to be La Plaza Mayor at night when the lights are on, and if we go for something to eat. My favourite place to eat in the whole world is here in Salamanca. Will it be open tonight? Does it still exist? We'll soon find out. My apartment is just up here, so oh, there's my seat. There it is, second floor. Oh no, I left the light on. They've just put the lights on in the square and it's absolutely magical. I don't remember it being this beautiful. But then again, I've never had a balcony on Plaza Mayor before. Oh, again, I've had to tear myself away from the apartment because we are off to get some food. I'm genuinely nervous and a wee bit worried that this place won't be there anymore. It is that good, it brings out those emotions in me. But it's called La Parrilla, which basically translates as the grill. And they do some pork, which is, an unbelievable secret recipe that I haven't found anywhere else, even in Spain. Nothing that tastes anything like it. It's just a wee bit out of town, but please, please be open. Oh, I'm glad to see this as well. These little huts here, they sell castañas. Chestnuts. Really, really good on a winter's evening. And of course this region of Spain is famous for its jamón, and you can get it in all these little places open till late. Look at that. Oh yes. Now where we're going, it's a wee bit out of town because it's not a tourist spot. It's the kind of unassuming small place that only locals know about. And the only reason that I know about it is because when I went to university here to do a language course, one of the lecturers told us about it. And it's the best thing I ever learnt in Salamanca. Zapatos. I always used to joke when I lived in Salamanca about how many shoe shops there were, and some things never change. Cinema. And that means it'll just be round the corner here. Oh, please still be there. Please, 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 please. Where is it? I thought we should have been there by now. Oh folks, we've got some good news and some bad news for tonight at least. The good news, we've found La Parrilla, it's still here. The bad news, this sign in the window, it's saying lunes, dia 4, that's today, cerrado por descanso, so it's closed for a break. But martes 5, abierto, so that means that it's open tomorrow. Disculpen las molestias. Sorry for any inconvenience. Oh well, that's just another thing we're going to have to film tomorrow, but it could have been worse, couldn't it? But for tonight, we've got to go and find somewhere to eat now. Here we go again. Would you just look at that? Incredible, isn't it? Anyway, I've had an idea. Now, it's not a very Spanish idea, but it will transport me back in time. When we were poor students here and were looking for somewhere to get a good feed, we would often end up in a Chinese restaurant. Because back in the day, and I'm talking 20 years ago, you could go to a Chinese, get a 3-course meal and a drink, and it'd cost you less than €5. In fact, we always used to meet under the clock here. That's back in the days before I even had a mobile phone, so that's what you'd always say. I'll meet you under the clock, right there, at 7 o'clock, and we'll go for food. Now, I don't think it's going to be €5 anymore, but it certainly is a trip back in time. Oh, look at all the treats. But no, got to have some proper food. Proper food? I don't know if that's a good description, but anyway. And just thought, you know, my old university was in that building there, the big one. Yeah, some place, eh? It was an absolute privilege to study there. And don't worry, we will be back there tomorrow, and hopefully we can go right up the top. It's a wee bit quieter than Edinburgh's Christmas market, isn't it? With not a bad backdrop, look at that. Oh, I'm getting so distracted here on the way, but anyway, this place, I do recognise the name, the Grand Shanghai. That name makes me laugh because it's got so many memories, but I don't recognise the location. But still, it doesn't matter. It might be the same place that's moved, it might be completely new, but we're still going to get a Chinese in Salamanca. Let's do this. Oh, that's so cool. You can still hear the birds in the trees, even at this time. There it is, the Grand Shanghai. The sign looks the same. I think they've just moved. I'll do what I always do and have a wee peek in the window. Ah, let's do it. Well, that's me ordered. It's going to be about 20 euros instead of 5 euros. Inflation, eh? Right, they've served the soup, but they brought the rice as well, but still no main course. This is the experience I remember. Oh, it's good though, proper soup spoon as well. There we go, at last we've got everything. Let's get stuck in. Che approveche. Oh, there we go. Maybe not an authentic experience for you, but certainly an authentic memory for me. Tomorrow we'll go more Spanish, I promise you, but it was just a bit of fun. So there we are, almost home. I wish it was home. I tell you what, that apartment is tiny, but I'd live there in a second. I say it every time, don't I? Now, which key is it? I'm guessing this one. Oh, well done. That view just never gets old. Straight out onto the balcony, I think. So from here, I guess it's good night. I've got a big day of filming tomorrow, so I'm going to go in there and relax this evening, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. What is it they say? Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. Not here. It's always a beautiful day in Salamanca. It's a bit cold this morning though. I just went to look for my normal breakfast place and it's gone. Well, that's to be expected, isn't it? So we're off on the hunt for a Spanish breakfast. There's always so much activity in Plaza Mayor in the morning, so if you're going to stay here, be prepared for it. You may need earplugs. You got all the vans around the square, everywhere. All the tables and chairs getting put out of the restaurants. It's a busy place and it's a noisy place. Of course, I could always just check online to see where I can go for breakfast, but these days I try to rely a wee bit less on my phone and online reviews and try and find somewhere for myself. Let's see how we get on. That place looks okay, but I think I preferred the other one up the road. It looked a wee bit more Spanish. Okay, breakfast is served. Look at this, it's absolutely beautiful. So of course I've got a nice cafe con leche and I've got a tostada. So this has got some avocado, tomato, fried egg, jamon. It's just perfect. Oh boy, that was seriously like the perfect breakfast, and it was only €6. €6, what a place. I was wanting to go back tomorrow again, and I was asking the guy what time they open, but he said unfortunately it's a holiday tomorrow. It's a festival here in Spain because it's the 6th of December. Now that's not a date we really recognise in the UK, but I do know that it's a very important day in Europe. I kind of wish I was here for it, but I'm not going to get another crack at that breakfast, I'm afraid, because I'm on a bus out of here at 9:30, I think. It really is a hive of activity here in the mornings. And you know, one thing I really noticed, especially from wandering about yesterday all over town, I don't think I've seen one empty shop unit that's boarded up. And in this day and age, that is quite unusual, isn't it? Salamanca is doing well. I think it's especially busy this morning though, for the Christmas lights going on tonight. It's not normally this bad. All around the square you've got these faces looking down at you, but in the corner there's a blank one, and I think I'm right in saying that that one was Franco, but it was getting vandalised so much they had to remove it. While we're here, let's go for a quick look at the market, because it should be open at this time, and then we'll go on to the cathedral. It's such a cool market, and it's in a beautiful building, and there's nothing touristy about this. It's used by locals every single day. And it's funny, when you look at these markets, you realise that nothing goes to waste, if you know what I mean. Look how busy it is here, it's absolutely crazy. I think they're expecting a lot of Coca-Cola to be drunk tonight. And a few bocadillos to be eaten as well. It's almost 10 AM, so I think we'll head down to the cathedral, because I'm pretty sure it opens at 10. Now in Salamanca you've got an old cathedral and you've got a new cathedral, and if I'm honest, I'm not really sure which one this is, but what I do know is you can go up on the roof and get some beautiful views of the city. I love all the writing on the old buildings here. It's fading away a bit, but you can just about still see it. Now, before I go into the cathedral, I want to look for something on the outside, on the facade. Now, I can remember it being here, but I can't remember exactly where it is, so let's see if we can find it. Where are you now? I get a feeling it was on the left-hand side somewhere. Ah, there it is. Can you see it? Cool, eh? Right, let's get inside. Hola, buenos días. ¿Puedo ir al techo?
No, eso es saliendo y a mano izquierda, y saca el ticket.
And there was me thinking I knew this town well. That is not the entrance to the roof. The lady was saying we just need to go around to the left. I tell you what, it really is magnificent though, isn't it? Here maybe? Hola, buenos días. ¿Puedo ir al techo? Sí. Ah, gracias. 4 euros. Gracias. I should have asked because I can't remember if there's a lift, but no, we're going to take the stairs. We've got energy this morning. Ah, that wasn't too bad actually, and we're not too high up, but wait till you see the views and the close-up look at the cathedral. Wow. It's pretty amazing up here, isn't it? Morning pigeons, palomas. From up here we get a nice view down towards the river, and we'll go down that way later because there's an old Roman bridge there, and from the bridge you get a beautiful view back up to the old town.
Por allí se sigue subiendo.
Ah, puedo ir al otro lado.
Sí, por
Aquí, aquí, gracias.
ahí. Tiene que ir todo recto y seguir subiendo.
Ah, puedo ir más alta.
Sí, hasta las campanas.
I'm always getting a row for going the wrong way, but look at this. It's just all on a different scale, isn't it? What freaks me out most about being up here are all the cracks in the stonework. I hope today isn't the day it crumbles. See what I mean? Sube, sube. Aye, that's a special view, isn't it? We've also got the towers at Pontificia, which I also think we can go up, so we'll try that later. And this view takes you all the way up to Plaza Mayor, where I'm staying. All the red roofs though, it's just so historic, so beautiful. Aye, mind your head. Right, let's keep following those arrows. I'll try not to get in trouble anymore. Access Tower of Bells, up and down a single staircase. Respect the traffic lights, okay. Ah, we've got a bit of a wait here, back outside. It's not a bad place to wait for the green man, is it? I can see a wee nest just there. But wouldn't they be freaked out when they see that in the morning? Oh, at last, that was a long 300 seconds. Steps are getting steeper. Here we go. So I guess that means we're in the bell tower, eh? That was so loud. I think I'll need to turn the volume down a bit in the video for that one.
Viendo el último mensaje que nos pusimos, que te puse en el WhatsApp. A ver.
There is a very good reason why places like Salamanca are so popular for foreigners like me to come and study and learn a bit of the language, and that's because here in this region of Spain they speak a very pure form of Castellano Spanish, and that makes it a bit easier for us to learn and to understand. And talking about universities, let's head round to the University of Salamanca because it's got a very famous facade. And there it is, it's so intricate, so beautiful, isn't it? Although I can remember the first time I ever walked along this street, I didn't look up and I completely missed it. But on that facade, you're going to find something that's very famous in Salamanca. Now, if you look around any tourist shops here, souvenir shops, you're going to see frogs, ranas everywhere. And that's because on there's a frog that you have to find, and it is said that if you find the frog without being told where it is, it'll bring you good luck. So let's go and have a look for it. Now, I don't think you're going to spot it with the GoPro. I'll need to get my phone out and zoom in a bit, but it took me ages to find it the first time. Another famous haunt from my student days, the Irish Theatre though. No, that was the Irish Rover. It'll always be the Irish Rover. And now here in front of us we've got La Casa de las Conchas, the shell house. I've got no idea of its significance, but it's pretty cool, isn't it? And just opposite the shell house we've got somewhere very significant to me. This is La Universidad Pontificia, and this is where about 20 years ago I turned up. I was going to say as a young kid, but no, I was about 30 years old. I didn't speak a word of Spanish, and they did a language course in here, which I did for about 6 months, and I liked Salamanca so much, I ended up staying for about another year. And on these steps right behind me, that's where I stood on that first morning, all nervous about going in to learn Spanish, because the tutors in there, they didn't speak any English at all. They thought the best way for you to learn, and it's very true, is just to speak Spanish from the start. And that sounds weird, that even though I didn't speak any Spanish, that they could teach me something by only speaking Spanish, but it's an incredible way to learn, and it served me really well. I might not speak Spanish very well now, I've forgotten most of it, but it was so cool at the time. What a memory. Let's pop inside now. I know I'm not going to get anywhere near the language school, but we should be able to go up the towers and get another cool view of the city. Oh, they've got merchandise. I've decided against going up the tower just now, even though it's free, because a massive tour group's just gone in, and I know that space is quite tight up there. So maybe we can return later. I think they close about 5:30, and when the sun's just going down, that could be a cool time to see it, you know? It's funny, there was me just saying how they speak a very pure form of Spanish here. Well, I just saw some old guys passing each other in the street, and the way they acknowledge each other is to say hasta luego, but all I hear is hello, hello. It's just a noise. Hello. Right, we're on familiar ground. We're heading back up to La Parilla for lunch, because although they're open later on for dinner, we'll be down in the square watching the Christmas lights get turned on, so I don't want to miss it. And after we've had some lunch, fingers crossed, I'm going to take you up to a neighbourhood that's not too far from here. I think it's called El Barrio Oeste, and there we'll find lots of street art. Now, I know some of you don't like street art, but this stuff's quite cool, so I'm looking forward to showing you it. Now, I'm just sitting here in the street minding my own business, and something just happened that reminded me of Scott from Planes, Trains, Everything. 2 women approached me and asked me for directions. Now, I am the least Spanish looking person in the whole of this city, and of course I couldn't help them, but it was just very funny. Oh, I hope this lunch is going to be worth it, because look, I'm walking past the best cheeseburger in Spain, 2020, apparently. Here we go again. Please be open. Here we go. Hola, ¿está abierto? Sí. Ah, gracias. Gracias. Oh, it's seriously so good to be here, and it hasn't changed at all. Cheers. I don't know how much I'll be able to record though, because there's some music on, a bit of Nina, 99 Red Balloons, so a wee bit of a copyright infringement there. I'll do my best. Lunch is served, folks, and this might not be the last 2 that I'm having. I can just tell by the smell, before I even taste it, that this is going to be just beautiful. You know what? I was right. And see, after you finish one, you can just clean up the plate with a little bit of bread you've got left. And that's where the magic is of that secret recipe. Alright, another beer, and to go with that we've got some gambas, some prawns, and some costillas, ribs. Look at those. The lomo is still the best, but this is incredible. It's so messy. I have never been good at eating ribs. Never. Cheers. Ah, what can I say? There's no words. And by the way, all that food, and believe me, it's the best quality you'll find anywhere, including the 2 beers, that was €12. They got a big tip. Right, we'll go and find some street art now. That'll help me work off some of those calories. I can't really see this one very well, mainly because of these bins, so I can't get a good view of it. But anyway, I'm sure you know what it is. And this neighbourhood is full of stuff like this. We've just got to find it. And you know, when I say street art, I don't mean like graffiti in the traditional sense. There's some very thoughtful pieces by some very talented people. I just wish I had some Tony Hart music to go with it. Do you know what? I don't think I've been able to capture even 50% of what is here. It's literally all around, but I just love how all these artworks are framed by the buildings and the streets. It's so cool. I could easily spend an afternoon just wandering around here. Some of them I've seen before, so they've lasted a long time. Some of them are new, but I'm sure it changes all the time. What a cool neighbourhood. I'm just walking back into town now, and I've come via Avenida de Portugal. Now, why are we here? Well, I was looking for my old apartment, and for a moment I couldn't even find it, which is fair enough because this is a very long street, but come on. And the only reason I've been able to identify it is because our old supermarket Gaddy's was across the road. And look, it's still a Gaddy's. And there it is, folks, my old apartment on the 2nd floor, or was it the 3rd floor? That bit I can't remember, but that is definitely my old apartment block. And my neighbours were horrible. Oh, and I remember this as well. I just wish the van wasn't there because these steps are quite cool. You get the idea. There's a wee shop here which is obviously closed at the moment, but they sell Turon, and this stuff is very, very popular at Christmas time. But how nice does it look? I should really come back and buy some later. I'm off now down to the river and the Roman bridge. It's busy down here, isn't it? So there it is, El Puente Romano, which I always think is nice, but it's let down a bit by the very weak river that runs under it. But let's walk across anyway. The view from the other side is stunning. In fact, we don't even need to go to the other side to get the view. Look at that. The real money shot is from over here on the other side, where you've got the bridge in the foreground and the old town in the background. I don't think I've got the camera power to capture it, but we'll have a look anyway. That's a shame actually, it's all a bit overgrown down here, isn't it? We're not going to get that photo at all. Well, that's me out in my balcony ready for the Christmas celebrations. A party for one. Sounds a bit sad, doesn't it? But it's better to be up here than down there with the crowds who are gathering a full hour and a half before the Christmas lights go on. So I'm here with my €3 bottle of Cava. That's a bit suspicious, isn't it? But I'm in Spain, I can't be drinking champagne, can I? That's my excuse anyway. Hey, stuff has started happening. I've got no idea what it is, but it's very cool. Well, I'm afraid I can't really bring you the full show tonight, as copyrighted music was blasting out and I don't think YouTube would like it. But I'm sure you've had your fill of Christmas music now, and it's just a distant memory until next time. It's not like this was a Christmas video anyway, it just happened to be filmed at that time, so I guess you could say this is my Die Hard. Was that a Christmas movie? Either way, the show was great, and join me now once again back on my balcony at Plaza Mayor. Oh folks, that was really good, but I got completely caught out. The lady from the apartment said that this started at 8 PM tonight. It started at 7. My champagne, my cava is still in the freezer. Merry Christmas, Salamanca. Yes, yes, I've got a glass. Don't worry, I'm not drinking it out of the bottle. And cheers to every single one of you. I've got no idea when this video is going to come out, so Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Birthday, Happy Easter. Right, I've put my cava in the fridge and there it shall remain, I believe. Let's go down and have a closer look at that bell. That didn't take so long, did it? Well folks, I guess that's about it from Salamanca. I appreciate you watching this video more than most, because this city is very special to me. It's going to be difficult to tear myself away tomorrow morning. I've always said that Salamanca, if it was by the sea, would be the greatest city in Spain. I know that's a big call, but I truly believe it. And if you get the chance, please visit Salamanca. Thank you so much for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Nada me rompe.